Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Before I do the reading, I'm going to make mention of like the message that's come through, which is like dealing with the awkwardness of silence, of the silence. It's a bit awkward, the energy is, I think that's the word, awkward. I've got the baby kids in here. The Witch's Tarot. Let's just see what cards want to come out. So how do you deal with like the awkwardness when you know that that they're feeling awkward? I tend to maybe put some humour in there to like lighten the energy. It's like if you know someone's uncomfortable, it's like you don't like allow them to sit in that if you can elevate the energy. Like all is well. It's like there's no need to feel awkward. There is a block here with moving on to freedom, joy, laughter, playfulness. Looks like I've got like a dot here, but when I look at it, okay, yeah, I can see a little red spot, but it looks highlighted there. Oh, this card's in reverse, I just noticed. So let's just notice the signs, because I don't normally have like red dots there. Aging spots, well, yeah, whatever. And this ear here feels a bit muffled. So I'm just picking up the signs that are being shown to me that they know that I'm going to pick up on. See, that's like the whole deal, is that it has meaning for the meaning that you give it. So once you start to notice like that the animals are like bringing you messages, you'll get more messages through the animals, because they're like aware that that's the way that you connect. So if you connect with nature and you can hear the whispers in the wind, the change in energy, you recognise that as being like a change of condition, then you're going to notice that. If you notice fairies, then you're going to receive messages when you see the fairies in reverse. This is about learning and studying, and then it feels like, well, that's like not wanting to like delve into this to learn. You create your own experience, and your beliefs are just a thought that you keep thinking. Okay. I'm not sure what the story is, we're just kind of like putting it together. But that card was in reverse. I'm not sure if they give reverse meanings in the book, even if I'm going to read from the book, because earlier on it was like we're using the Witch's Tarot, but I felt like I was putting on my glasses because then I could see the pictures more clearly. So we've got blurred vision at the moment. Queen of Pentacles. When we're talking about the Pentacles, we're talking about earthly matters. Our earth matters, our thoughts matter. Okay, she's got a doggy next door to her. Could be sending messages through the dog, seeing as I made mention of dogs. Flowers, she may receive messages through the flowers. And I was taken to like this Alice in Wonderland energy. And the masculine here, water. Okay, I felt it was such a weird process that I put myself through yesterday whilst I was preparing to take a bath. So it was very, it was like I was a child and I was like being undressed and I need to be submerged into this divine water and to be held. And it was like a complete self-loving nurturing experience. Like, such attention to every part of my body as I cleansed it, washed it. So you pay attention to like the toes, as I've got like my puff that's got all the foam on it, and every single inch of my body, apart from that little section in the back. One little section in the back. I just can't quite reach. But I just make sure that I squeeze loads of like soap down it. I need a brush. I need a brush. I need a hand. So that was yesterday. Oh, what's interesting? Oh, so interesting. Okay, because I haven't shared it with you. I wonder whether or not it's too long for a short, because it's on for about 50 odd seconds. But I went out yesterday to see like the local dragon boat racing. But I kind of like passed by, saw the first round of the semi-finals, took some footage of it. I just wanted to see a race. One race. It was an all-day event. It's like, no, I just want to see one race. I knew the finals were about 4 o'clock. It was around that time, so I got some footage of them. They were coming down by the castle. 3 teams, banging their drums, dragon boat racing. And I obviously thought, what's the significance here? Because there weren't just masculines in the boats, and it just, the energy of it, I'll share it. Okay, the dragon boat race that I went to yesterday, I saw yesterday. Okay, it's like I did my rounds, so I did the whole event, because like they had events going on, like an arena and all the stalls and the food vendors. I feel a bit congested. Okay, and although it wasn't like busy, it was nice. Me and my daughter, we went out and got an ice cream. We got her a cherry brandy lolly. I'll just tell you the details because they might be important. And what did I have? A choc nut ice cream. I didn't have a flake in it. He didn't offer me a flake. He offered the gentleman before whether or not he wanted a flake for his ice cream. So, although it wasn't a choc nut, but he still offered. Not sure why he didn't offer me. Oh, what did I say to Megan? I said, he didn't offer me a flake. She said, you didn't ask for one. I said, yeah, but he offered the gentleman before if he wanted a flake in that. And she said maybe like he was just busy. I said, because this is what's expected, because as I saw the ice cream van, had quite a lot of people around it, and I said to her, would you like an ice cream? When I got there, we were served straight away, everyone had kind of cleared, and so she had said, well, maybe he was busy, and I said, but we were the only people standing there, because there was no one behind us. So I clock those kind of things. It's like how everything just flows. And so getting to the river at the right time, like for the boat race to start, and getting to the ice cream truck at the right time. So she said, maybe he was just too busy. I said, we were the only people there. I said, I think he was bedazzled by my beauty. That's what I said. Noticed that a couple of times now, with him and then with another person, gentleman that I met the other day. It's like, yeah, because I'm quite comfortable. It's maybe not that awkwardness. I'm quite comfortable holding eye contact, and you kind of, it's like you speak to their soul. That's the way in. They kind of look at you, and you're like, hi, and you introduce yourself, and you can see straight away there's this, they're sensing that different energy about you. It's bedazzling. Dragon boat racing. There's dragon boat. There's dragon boats. Well, it's a boat. There's dragonflies on the boat. It flies. Interesting, because the flies of my jeans kept coming down yesterday. It's another thing that I noticed. Well, I've just kind of put together now because it happens, but yeah, maybe it has meaning. The flies on my jeans. My flies are undone again. Jeez. Okay. So this energy, look, of feminines, it's more about being in awe of the signs, the beauty. It's like you learn along the way. There's always something to learn. Okay, let's get some more cards. I'm taken to the Divine Feminine deck, so let's have a look. The Hangman, now he does want more information, so he does want to learn. And then there's this energy of embarrassment, awkwardness. So he's like suspended here. And the bird is bringing in this pentacle. I'm going to read these two cards here, the Hangman and the Five of Swords. I feel like I've got like this pressure on the side of my head here. It's quite warm. Okay, let's read this card. I'm just going to have a look at the card here. The Hangman. Divine intervention, divine orchestration, because it's a major arcana. It's the first major arcana that we've come across. So we've got the Six of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and then a Court card, which is what they're called, the Queen of Pentacles. Then we've got a major arcana, which is the Hanged Man. I've opened up, look. I need to touch up my nail polish. I'm actually going to remove it. I'm going to remove the nail polish. I may reapply it, I might just go natural. Depending on my mood. Where are we going to? Card number 12, please. I'm loving the clear vision. It's such a pleasure to read. Number 12. The Hanged Man. He's got a little curl coming from the top of his head. Here. I'm looking at the black and white version. I'll show you the colour version. So it's got like a little curl. Oh, is that in vision? Is that in vision? Is that clear? See that little curl that's curling around the halo there? What else can I see? I like his shoes. I'm not sure if that bird is taking that pentacle or dropping it off to you. Oh, it could hit you in the nuts, couldn't it? That could hurt. Are you going to take the pentacle? Because, oh, I could see earlier on was the Ace of Wands just dangling. Like, and it's like it's there. It's an opportunity. It's a passionate opportunity. This is a lucrative opportunity with the Queen of Pentacles here. This is the legacy. Okay, we open up to like the Lovers. That's a legacy. That connection needs to be shared with the world. Okay, not kept a secret. That's something about the stigma that comes with the word the Lovers. We're talking about a divine love. Okay, let's get back to this image. All I could see was the Ace of Pentacles. It's like the opportunity's there and it's just dangling there. It's not going anywhere and it's like, are you going to take it? Because it doesn't like go away, it's just, it's there. The opportunity's there. It always has been. But now we're not talking about what I saw, which was the Ace of Wands. We're talking more about like the Ace of Pentacles. We can have a look at this as dangling. It's like it's always been there. It's like this feminine. On the other side, we could say that, from above, divine being, feeding you all this knowledge. It's continuous. It's like continuous growth. A satisfaction. So we've got the dragon boat race. It's a race. You've been told to slow down. You're trying too hard. The blocks are here. So this energy of like wanting to escape, but maybe to be left alone. Okay. There is I heard the song Jess Glynn, Hold My Hand, and what comes through was there's a time for you to do your work separately, singly, because you watched the video today. She's on her own, but she's kind of in the community, she's raising the energy, there's laughter, she is a light worker, independently, but then there is a time to be like together, to hold each other's hands and do this work together. Four of Wands is about that, being together as like a community. It's role modelling, modelling for the wrong. The death energy, when I was trying to find the Hangman, it was opened up to the death energy after the Lovers, and then I went that way when I just needed to just go back a step. Turn back a page, like you've missed something that's like relevant. And what was relevant, so I'll even give you the answer, is you've overlooked this Queen of Pentacles intentions, because they are good intentions. Okay, so let's read the Hangman energy. A young man is calmly hanging upside down from his right foot on an ash tree. While he hangs there, he is in a transitional state of undergoing an initiation of some kind. The halo around the hangman's face shows him to be experiencing an epiphany. Hi, Central. Hello. The peaceful skies in the background of this card tell you this phase is not a time to fear. The peaceful skies in the background tell you that this is not a time to fear. And I said at the beginning about however you connect with Mother Earth, the Divine Mother. So the peaceful skies in the background of this card tell you this phase is not a time to fear. You need to let go of something old and hurtful in order to gain this new wisdom. So there's a block here. Trying to get over something like too quickly. It's more about telling you that it doesn't matter. This person, like, I feel just wants to like be alone and just forget everything rather than learning. Okay, let me just reread that. You need to let go of something old and hurtful in order to gain this new wisdom. Enjoy this new perspective and in between chapter of your life and see what you discover. In Norse pagan tradition, the world tree, Yggdrasil, supports the entire universe. The raven is a totem to the god Odin. And the bird symbolises initiation, secrets and prophecy. Just as Odin hung on the world tree to gain the knowledge of the runes, the hangman also finds his answers on the ash tree during this transitional phase of life. Maybe you connect with the trees. You hear them talking to you. The raven holds a sparkling golden pentagram and looks down on the hangman as if to ask what he is doing there. Perhaps this is his totem animal and it is keeping the hangman company during his transitional state. Ravens are magical, clever and playful birds. They are attracted to sparkling and shiny objects and will catch them. The classic colours of red, green, yellow and blue speak of balance within the 4 natural elements, and these colours make up the hangman's costume. I don't know whether these colours here are also, there's green in there though. That's what that took me to. The classic colours of red, green, yellow and blue speak of balance within the 4 natural elements, the 4 of Wands. And these colours make up the hangman's costume. Role modelling. Modelling for a role. It's like he's dressed. Okay? You got your attire. Suited and booted. I like the boots. They're nice. The runes, not ruin, as in when you ruin something. No, the runes. The runes embroidered around the neck of his shirt and decorating the trunk of the ash tree are a link back to Odin, the world tree and the wisdom found there. Okay, so when this card appears in a reading, it is a message to look at things from a different viewpoint. Okay, I've turned this around the right way now. A different viewpoint. Hi, Bittersweet Purple. Morning, sweetie. Good morning, darling. Good morning, Gal Gal. Good morning, Channel of Love. I asked for the guidance of Spirit to bring me a sign. And here it is. Okay. Oh, I've put the hangman now here. So wanting to clear that block, so that we can get to this state of being. When this card appears in a reading, it is a message to look at things from a different viewpoint. Embrace the idea of initiation as a vehicle to newer wisdom and a clearer spiritual path. Let go of the illusion of control. Turn things on their head. Turn things on their heads. And look carefully at the lesson before you. You turn this. Turn this on like... I don't have reversals in this deck, and this card was reversed. And we've got the hangman. Let go of the illusion of control, turn things on their heads, and look carefully at the lessons before you. Relax and be patient. This may not be easy, but fighting against the changes in your life only creates more drama. You see that fairy? I will go to the fairies. I had the message earlier. I just get these little reminders of what I've already been like asked or told. Read the signs carefully, be they tarot cards or runes. Meditate on their lessons as you allow yourself to go through this transitional or initiatory phase calmly and with joy. By doing so, you will uncover the mysteries. Okay. The keywords: initiation, transitional phase of life, relax and let changes come. New outlook on life, rune magic, gaining a new perspective on a current situation. The Five of Swords. Bedazzled. I'm going to show you why I'm saying that. Because this is just leaning like on the radiator and staring at me. Let's put that there, the Divine Feminine deck. I'm not sure where the fairies are because I wasn't to go behind the Mac. Return of the Mac. Here it is. Because I've had the iMac in here and I've pushed it to the side. Anyway, let's carry on with the Five of Swords. Let's find the swords in here. Whereabouts are the swords? Okay, here they are. The Five of Swords. 5 swords are fanned out across a beautiful bright blue sky. Pearly white clouds are illuminated, and just beneath the gathered points of the 5 swords is a gorgeous, iridescent dragonfly. Okay. The dragonfly. Remember to share the video. I will do. And just beneath the gathered points of the 5 swords is a gorgeous iridescent dragonfly, a symbol for the element of air, the fairy realm, and illusion. 5 fairies fly merrily around the swords, uncaring of their sharp edges and any possible danger. So it takes me to this energy here, look. It's like, do not fear, help is always near. But what do you suppose is the most dangerous aspect of this card? The sharp edges of the swords or the possible trickery of the fae. This card shows that your pride was hurt, but it's not fatal. Do not overreact. You may feel embarrassed at the moment, but most of what you are so humiliated about is an illusion. The dragonfly represents a need to gain a new perspective and to make a change. The fairies encourage you to learn to laugh at yourself a bit, to see through others' trickery, and to keep moving forward. When the 5 of Swords appears in a reading, it is a signal that the querent is feeling humiliated and embarrassed. This is only a partial defeat, and they are still in control. Don't give up. Shift things around and look for more possibilities. Allow the element of air to bring some fresh air and a new perspective into your life. Heed the message of the dragonfly and see through the illusions of others. Transform your life. Transform your life into something bright and wonderful. The keywords: embarrassment, illusion, trickery. Learn to laugh at yourself and keep going forward. I'm just going to leave that there for the moment. We'll go to the Divine Feminine Oracle deck. I want to have a look and see what's on the centre spread. I just feel drawn to. Oh, there isn't one. It isn't a... it's a front cover. Or a back cover. Just look for the signs. Silk Sonic, number 7. All songs recorded at Shampoo Press and Curl Studios. You got a curl there. Silk Sonic. With special guest host Bootsy Collins. An evening with. The fairies are there. I don't need to go behind the back. They were hidden behind Silk Sonic. Okay. Divine Feminine Oracle Guidebook. Diana, Queen of the Wilderness. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. And it will be with the Queen of Pentacles. It represents earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Diana, kill the wilderness. Queen of the Wilderness. I did notice someone protesting, actually. I said to Megan, they were across the river, and it was like about about having cleaner rivers. And I said to her, is that like a protest going on over there? She was like, yeah. I said, okay, it's interesting. A very small group, maybe 5 people, just holding one banner. There's nothing major, but it kind of caught my eye. I was like, about cleaner rivers. Diana, Queen of the Wilderness. She's got curly hair. $190. Who she is. Diana represents the call to embody a more primal connection to the wildness that exists within. The goddess Diana was worshipped in the ancient Roman religion that originated in Italy. Okay, she was worshipped. Roman religion, I've already read that part, that originated in Italy. She is the daughter of Jupiter and Latona, born on the island of Delos with her twin brother Apollo, god of the sun. The Temple of Diana in Rome dates back to the 6th century BCE. She was the protectress and patroness of the lower class and slaves who could seek sanctuary in her temples. The Temple of Diana in Ephesus also who's reading? Okay, calm down. The Temple of Diana in Ephesus, also attributed to the Greek goddess Artemis, was considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Now, I picked up the number 7 there on the dice. The 7 wonders of the ancient world. It took 220 years to build, and the magnificent statue of Diana, covered in breasts, symbolises her worship as a fertility goddess for women. Paul, in the Acts of the Apostles in the New Testament, mentions Diana's temple, since her following was extensive and seen as a threat to Christianity. The most famous place to worship Diana was in the sacred grove of oak trees on the shores of Lake Nemi near Rome. Out in nature, connected to the earth and to the wild animals that roam freely across it, here she is, the huntress with her golden bow and arrows. She is the independent, free-spirited goddess who communes with the moon, the natural world, and all those who cannot speak for themselves. When your soul selects her card, sometimes the answer is the simple, elemental need to just walk barefoot in the grass, or even better, the mud. Sometimes we get so caught up in what's happening or what isn't happening that we forget to just be. We forget that there is tremendous power surging up from the earth, wanting to take whatever energy is no longer serving us. We forget that we can commune with the trees, those ancient protectors and elders whose language comes with the help of the wind and the slow, soft caress that touches our cheek. Answers sometimes need to come from the basic desire of the body to feel grounded here on earth. Diana is associated with fertility, the phases of the moon, and the ability to communicate with animals. Of course, not with any human language, but with the frequency of love and intention which animals perceive. If we open ourselves up to it, we can connect to the wisdom in the natural world, even if we live far from it. Even if we're deep in the heart of the busiest city, a sign on a bus a logo on a t-shirt, or a card someone sends us may carry an image of the animal that wants to reach us, or we may be visited by a possum on the fire escape, or a hawk on the window ledge. We don't have to be in the wilderness to access the wisdom of the natural world. The wilderness is within us. We are a part of it. There's so much more we can receive from the wordless life all around us. We just have to develop the heart. We just have to develop the heart that can hear it. Such a good message. Soul voice meditation. What spirit animal has medicine or a message to give me in this moment? The intention, the language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. Let's go to the families. See the light, let it shine, be the light. You are the light, just be. Okay. Fairies. It's like, fairies, come to me. You make me smile. Release. Okay, this is the death card. So I told you that I got stuck on the death page and then went a certain way. I just needed to go back. It just says let go of the past. An ending that makes way for new opportunity. It's time to move on. Okay, so now we've dealt with that. We just needed to go back a page. Okay, so now that that blank is filled in, we can release. Let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. We'll find out what you're moving on to. 'Cause I'm moving on up, you're moving on out. Time to break free, nothing can stop me, yeah. Okay, they've just, of course, it's the card before, I just said that. The Awakening, the Hangman was the card before. Release. You can learn from your past and move forward, or you can be held back by it. This is true in every aspect of life, be it your relationships, career, or health. When an attachment to your personal history blocks you from progress and joy, it's time to release the past and go forth boldly in an exciting new direction. Often the changes coming into your life are anticipated or even welcomed by you. Although moving on can be challenging, the fairies want you to know that your future is a bright and magical one. Don't wait, take your first steps towards happiness today. The beautiful peacock wings of our fairy and the white roses she keeps close at hand both represent purity and immortality. The additional meanings for this card: moving forward, freedom to change, an ending that makes way for new opportunities, transformation, reincarnation. Okay, let's just take those off. Left some cards here, so let's have a look at them. The Empress and Justice. The Empress, time to take action, the power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury. Comes in very well with the Queen of Pentacles energy. The Empress embodies all the Queen's energies and knows how to use them effectively, efficiently, effectively. Card number 3. Everything's gonna be alright. The planning phase of your endeavour is now over. Congratulations. You've done excellent work sorting out what you are trying to accomplish and what you need in order to be a success. Now it's time to get busy. No more contemplating the perfect strategy. If there's a detail that seems to be missing from your plans, it will reveal itself as you move forward. So fix your eyes on the horizon and get going. Creative endeavours are especially favoured right now. This can include the desire to have children or taking up a new project that you consider to be your baby. Whenever possible, try to add an artistic flair to each step along the way. Infuse your tasks, great and small, with joy and the knowledge that nothing can hold you back. Our Empress stands in the chapel courtyard, symbolic of the source of inspiration. The infant wearing a hat inside the snow pea shell demonstrates to the Empress the importance of creating something new. This may be the birth of a child or the beginning of an exciting new endeavour. The additional meanings of this card: hard work that pays off, inventiveness, successful endeavours, a love of luxurious things, getting a lot done, nurturing others or yourself, mother figures, pregnancy and birth. Now we have the Justice card. Three major arcanas: the Death energy, the Empress and Justice. Card number 8. I'm going to put my glasses on for this one. Take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. Card number 8. Turn the book around, please. This is a time when it's important to stick to your principles. Trust that your opinions are correct and take time. Let's start again. This is a time when it's important to stick to your principles. Trust that your opinions are correct and time will make that evident to everyone. Don't allow others to talk you out of your beliefs or priorities. Remember to be impartial and objective when asked to make choices that involve other people. However, objectivity must also be countervailed with compassion. When this card is drawn, you can be assured that situations will turn out in your favour. Your side will be seen clearly in mediation, legal rulings and decisions made by those in power. Our fairy twins stand before Excalibur, the legendary sword of King Arthur. This sword was known to only avail those who were worthy and true of heart. The additional meanings of this card: becoming clear on your goals, being an advocate for the truth, fair and objective judgments, making well thought out decisions, standing up for what's right, and carefully reviewing documents before signing them. Okay, the Enchanted Map, and we will finish with a message from the Mother Mary. I think that's that then. I'm wishing on a star. I've been wishing on the stars. I mean, how can you not make wishes when you look at the stars? So go ahead, make your wishes. Okay. Let's have a look at where you are on the Enchanted Map. Strength, card number 44. She's got the whole earth in her hands. Your true strength comes not from self-reliance alone, but from a sincere faith in a higher power. The strength to accomplish even the most daunting tasks is yours at this time. You can connect with and channel the power of the universe. The Strength card indicates that your ideas are being tested and refined, and your relationships are being deepened. No matter what happens, nothing can move you off the course of evolution. As the potency of your connections becomes more obvious, you're able to harness the creative energies that are available to you. Have courage and dive in, for magic is in the process of finding a form to take. When you remember that real strength comes from a combination of your efforts and reliance on a higher power working through you, all is possible. You can do anything now. Let me repeat this part. It says, when you remember that real strength comes from a combination of your efforts and reliance on a higher power working through you, all is possible. You can do anything now. Good morning, Cynthia. Morning, sunshines. Good morning, darling. The Mother Mary oracle. Cheers. Cheers, everyone. Cheers to the channel of love. Cheers to the channel of lovers. Might have gone in my hair. Look for the signs. Okay, because I'm looking over there and I can see the logo. Board game. Okay, let's play. Okay. It's like we're kind of going like in slow-mo. It's like the time slowed down so that you can observe all of it. Be the observer of what you're observing. Okay, I've got the card, thank you. Our Lady of the Rose Child. So we're talking about the flowers again. Just having a look because there's roses above them here. Just looking for the signs. And this with her holding it, I feel like she's Cupid. Is that she's... I mean, Cupid's adorable. It's like she is Cupid. Okay. Our Lady of the Rose Child. '23. It's like Cupid goes and does his job, her job, their job, Cupid. Like of, you know, matchmaking. But it's like, who's Cupid matched with? It's like being... It's like Cupid's mine. I feel the proudness of that. Card number 23. A Lady of the Rose Child. Okay, we're going to finish with this message. We're going to finish this message with this message. Yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it? Hi. Meowski. That's how I want to, like, how I say that, Meowski. A Lady of the Rose Child. You are my rose child, born of agony and ecstasy. In sorrow and joy, I am with you and you are growing. In darkness and light, I am with you and you are growing. In death and new life, I am with you and you are growing. The thorn and the bloom, both of the rose, in the midst of your suffering, you are in the birthing pains of new life. I cherish you, my heavenly rose child. Do not fear the darkness of life. It is necessary for your light to be made manifest. I am your mother, the midwife for the birth of your soul, and the defender of your heart. Surrender and trust in me. Torn open by suffering, you have become vulnerable and compassionate. Strengthened through joy, you become light of spirit and accepting of all of life. You are her rose child. To become what you are, you have endured the agony of breaking open as a seed, found inner strength to push down roots, and the focused intention to rise above the earth. You have been thorns and branches, finding ways to protect yourself from predators as you reach out to the light. And now your heart, the fragrant blooming rose, is opening. This process repeats as we transform and become capable of receiving more life force, growing into a larger manifestation of soul light upon the earth. At such paths, at such points on the path, we come into direct contact with the divine. This isn't what we think it will be. Though the mother loves and protects her holy child, which is your own soul, beloved, she does not try to stop that child from growing. That would not be mothering, that would be smothering, which does not allow for life to promote growth, but prevents it, no matter how well-meaning that overprotection may be. Bittersweet purple, but there. Bring me a higher love. MKH, hi. Okay, let's continue. Let's start this part again. Though the mother loves and protects her holy child, which is your own soul, beloved, she does not try to stop that child from growing. That would not that would not be mothering, but would be smothering, which does not allow for life to promote growth, but prevents it, no matter how well-meaning that overprotection may be. I feel a bit choked up. Like, I personally don't, but my system feels a bit choked up. Okay, are we good? We're good. We know we're good. Okay. Allowing more contact with the divine means more of life pumps through our being. That is joy, and that can also be agony. These cannot be separated. The devotee of the Divine Mother understands that the connection with the peace of the spiritual presence is not about avoiding life, but becoming strong enough to bear it, to grow through it, to become radiant, a living divine soul made flesh. The Holy Mother protects her child without interfering in what is genuinely required for the soul to become all that it is destined to be, a living divine being on earth. When the child suffers, how she howls in agony, feeling every pain as though it were her own. Sometimes that suffering is more than the Holy Child can bear, and so she intervenes, absorbing the impact and keeping the child safe from harm. At other times, the suffering is a part of life, such as the loss that goes hand in hand with human love. At these times, she is in the pain with her child, but does not try to shield the child from the mysteries of life, which, though painful sometimes, actually feed the soul with the richness of human experience. When the child triumphs, how she dances, ignited in delight and happiness, as her child shines true. She is willing to bear it because that is the gift of life through which the soul is empowered into divinity. The oracle of Our Lady of the Rose Child comes with a special message. If you have been suffering, do not believe that the mother has turned away from you. She is in your heart, suffering with you. She is bearing this and asking that you bear it because she loves you, and this is your way to outgrow that which is too small for your future. Your breaking heart is the sea cracking open so that new life can begin. She is protecting you from unnecessary struggle, yet there are challenges which are essential for your soul to grow. These challenges will not be withheld from you because you are entitled to become your full self. Her message is this: from any suffering, great love will be born. Surrender into your pain to find the path through it, for that path is there and new life is awaiting you. The mother will help you find the path through any struggle or pain. Nothing is impossible for her love. Know that your current struggle is blessed, and although this may not make much sense to the mind, come now. Cynthia puts there, oh how I surrender. Okay. Surrender into your pain and find the path through it, for that path is there and new life is awaiting you. The mother will help you find the path through any pain or struggle. Nothing is impossible for her love. Know that your current struggle is blessed, and although this may not make much sense to the mind, this message can help the heart find some peace to bear this challenging part of your journey. Know that you are not alone, and the Heavenly Mother walks with you always. Pray to her, not for the challenge to be taken away, but for the courage, responsiveness, surrender, trust and grace required to successfully move through it. You shall be so blessed. Earlier on when I was sitting in the garden, I had a message come through. I heard in my spiritual way that you hear, in our spiritual way that we hear, where have you been? It's like, I've been here the whole time. I haven't been anywhere. Oh, it was like, where are you? It's like, I'm right here, where I've always been. Healing process and affirmation. Intend or perceive that there is a swirling golden light around your feet. That light begins to form into a rose of light with you at the centre, and its rich golden petals opens up all around you. Imagine that it has healing fragrance releasing upwards out of the centre, bathing you in subtle healing scent. Say this prayer. Mother Mary, who lovingly tends the souls of the world as sacred roses in her healing garden, nurture, nourish, and protect my soul. May I be held in your loving grace and given the strength to find the light even in my darkest hours. That golden rose underneath your feet transforms into the loving embrace of Mother Mary. She holds you gently at her heart, sending a blessing of golden light into the back of your heart and the back of your head, where her hands of light gently rest. You may feel emotions or thoughts coming or going. Just allow that to be, as you stay with the sensation or intention of being open to the embrace of the Holy Mother. When you are ready, you can seal your practice by saying the following affirmation, either quietly or aloud. Our Lady, Mother Mary, blesses me now with her protection, strength and peace. Even through darkness, her light within me shines eternal and bright, and divine success is mine. Okay, let's do that as a statement, as if we actually believe it. Our Lady, Mother Mary, blesses me now with her protection, strength and peace. Even through darkness, her light within me shines eternal and bright, and divine success is mine. That's more like it. Okay. How should we leave this reading? I think I'm going to come back on. 60 minutes, 27 seconds. I'm going to go and charge my phone for a bit. But I feel like we'll be having another reading. I don't want to leave too big a gap. These were 20%. These were little reminders for me. Remember to send the Dragon Boat Race, okay, to the channel. Cool, I'll do that. And, see, I forget. I'll be reminded of what I was just saying. Thank you, Spirit, for Lucy's reading. Spot on. Thank you for the kind message asked for. You are also welcome. Thank you for showing up. Okay, a postcard from Spirit. Oh, I said I don't want to leave too much of a gap. The message very much was about the awkwardness of silence. How do you break that silence? And bridging the gap. Okay. It's been a long time. That's the energy that's coming through. Like, don't want to leave it too long. Okay, let's finish with a postcard from Spirit for this. Oh no, I was going to say, oh my God, and then oh my goodness, and some decks that have just gone flying onto the floor, or toppled, like that, onto the floor. I think that's a sign that I'll use those. We'll pick those cards up off the floor when we return. MKH 333. I've seen 44 within this reading. I've also seen 1, 2, 3, which I picked up on. 13, 12 and 13. Oh, we've got 2 messages, which is absolutely fine. The first one is with love. 2 little cupids. Oh, is this Cupid's like counterpart, divine love? Cupid, is this your divine love? Cupid so deserves, obviously, to have their own divine love. Holding the crown. Dear you, check in occasionally with yourself about your motives behind actions you plan on taking, especially when you have an end game in mind. Is the source of your motivation desire or entitlement? Maybe you're drawn to a certain path because you think it will bring you a feeling related to the outcome you seek, like safety or wholeness. Know that you will see a reflection in the outer world of the motive that drives you forward. Do you need a motive? Can you simply be pulled in the direction your soul calls you, toward joy, discovery, growth, or adventure, participating in something compelling and meaningful without trying to define it? If you can step forward surrendered to whatever spirit has in store for you, you will be amazed at how things turn out. Check your motives, then hand them over to spirit. Everybody here wants the best for you. Life loves you more than you know. Bear's Lunch just did also. Did it? I thought that was saying something about Bear's lunch date when I first looked. Okay. With love. What's going on here? It's like blowing a trumpet. Time to blow your own trumpet. Dearest Jew, okay, I'm going to finish with this message and I will be back on shortly. Dearest Jew, if you allow your awareness to settle in, you will hear us whispering sweetness and encouragement to you. You will know the truth of things that cannot be discerned through the material world. The receiver for this kind of essential knowing is your intuition, which is not your sixth sense, but your first, the primary navigational system of your soul. You are entering the age of consciousness. It's time to accept that the paranormal is normal. Human beings are multisensory, multidimensional beings. Spirit infuses all things, and your soul's job is to discover those essential truths here on earth where we all agreed to play. Today, trust your spidey sense, read between the lines, tune in to the stories behind the stories, and see your world, and your world will show you miracles. And see your world show you miracles. Okay. Fear not, for we are right here, and Spirit loves you. Trust the invisible. Guys, I'll catch up with you soon. Until then, take care. Much love.